So if you see the for scenario, the for also will be the same like while, but here the number of lines will be reducing compared with while. Here everything will be single line, you can define it, then automatically the loop will take care of based on your condition. Whatever the condition you are going to write it here, till that condition is success, then it will, till the time it will execute, after that it get terminated. That is the condition related. We'll see that an example for that. I'm taking this same whatever array we wrote it, the same kind of array I will use it for for also. We will retrieve it, then we'll see the result. Let's write the program for that. For public static void main, so I have a array, it has 6 elements. So if I'm going to display this data, I need to use for. Here first thing is initialization, int I is equal to 0 because array starts from 0th location. Then I less than, you can directly put it at value, but that is not the correct approach. So that means here array size is 6. That means 6 elements are there in the array, but you are telling that repeat my loop 10 times. Okay, but that is not the correct way. Whatever the array size you have, that size you need to put it in the condition. So here a dot length, that means automatically this length will take care of what is the size of the array. Okay, so don't worry, these things I will cover it after this concept. Okay, for time being just follow that. Then I plus plus, it's an increment operator. So here you're going to display a of I, s out, end of for loop. But one thing here, I'm not going to write any increment operator, it's just write what is the information I want to be displayed, but automatically for is having that increment. If you run this one, the same kind of result you can see 157895, the same thing you retrieved. This is for actually this one was introduced, this line like this, for this kind of for was introduced from 1.0 onwards, Java 1.0 onwards. Now we are going to learn another one, that is for each. So whatever it used here, the next one is for each concept. That for each, it will be, it's not writing these many things. Whatever initialization, okay, initialization you can write it, but few things is going to be reduce it. This condition you are not going to write it, and increment is not required. So how it you can do it? Let's see that. The next concept here inside it is for each. So this is the one is for. So for each, it looks for, then int, I'm just taking as a j colon a, then system.out.println j. Let's append some text here to separate the previous one and this one. So for each, run it. See the result? Here you wrote so many things, but in this for just initialization and whatever the array you have, directly array you wrote, then it's get displayed. Okay, this is for each scenario. Actually, this was introduced in Java 1.5. The next concept is for each in streams. So how to write it in the stream scenario? So this stream scenario will be arrays. It has a stream. Similarly, this is what the example I'm going to write it. Okay. So in this stream, I'm going to use it array. This is array notation. Then for each, then start the printing. So whatever the array you have, that is a dot for each here system.out.println, then e streams. These all are the stream result. Okay, so in this case, what is happening? This is for each. Whatever array you have, that array applying for each on top of these concepts is called it as lambda expressions. We will touch into that after some time. So this feature is introduced in 1.8 Java 1.8. So then it start printing the value. So if you see that version to version, the complexity is completely reducing. Here you have to initialize, then condition you need to write, increment operator you have to take care. But 1.5 is completely reduced. Just you are defining your array, then initialization. Just you can tell that what is the data type. There is no initialization like this. Whatever I is equal to 0, you just put it j. J is the integer type. Then whatever the array elements it is there, then it start retrieving and display. But for each scenario, it is completely different. Arrays is giving the stream. You are inserting that whatever array you have, that array will be on top of the stream you are applying for each, then start printing. This is the one for each scenario in streams concept. It was introduced in 1.8. So these are the different kind of approaches to retrieve the data from array. In future, the same kind of approach we will apply for collections when we have a separate concept for collection. So when we are learning that collection concept, we will use this for frequently to retrieve the elements from the collection object.